Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Getting Out of Lockdown Hangout. I'm Zah Harry Tran, and tonight I'll be joining Patty Alfonso, who is a certified facilitator of Access Consciousness, the creator of Pole Dancing for Consciousness, and an all-round phantasm. And she's going to be talking about an upcoming class called Getting Out of Lockdown and running through some awesome tools and processes that will assist you guys and your bodies in having more ease. So, Patty, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you? I'm actually in Italy at the amazing bed and breakfast, which is been such a contribution to my body. I'm in the common area because the Wi-Fi wasn't so good in my room, so we have visitors in the background. Yay! I'm so excited to be here today, hang out with my amazing friend Zah, and just open up a conversation about our body, what that is to get out of lockdown, what lockdown does that look like for you and your body, and to share with you a few tools on how to start sort of unlearn and magic and the magic of your body and everything that you can create for you, for your life, for consciousness, for everything. So I'm super excited to be here.
And so, Patty, I believe you've just come out of the Maestro class.
Yes. Yes. I think I'm still in it. I was in home and I came for the Maestro Symphony class here, and there was about 150, 180 of us there. And wow, I'm so grateful for that class. It's interesting because this Getting Out of series that we're going to be doing shortly, the class was speaking to me a while ago, and we had scheduled it and the energy wasn't there and we had changed, and I kept asking, like, what is it, what piece am I in here to this class that's really moving and going? And it was during the Maestro class that I had the awareness of that piece of vulnerability. And we had touched on this during that we did earlier this year. I've been asking a lot of questions around what is vulnerability? What does that look like? What is being vulnerable body look like? What does being vulnerable with you look like? What does being vulnerable with the world look like? And so I had this, sort of cognitive sense of vulnerability, no barriers, open wound, but they were just kind of words. Like I knew, okay, get it, lower my barriers. And what else? And so during the master class, we just kind of cracked open and opened up for me personally, and I know a lot of facilitators and people, had this as well, opening up within you to really look at you and what you're creating and what you're choosing and what that is creating for you, for your body, for the people around you. And having the vulnerability to really look at those spaces that are still locked up, that are holding something, whether it's a point of view or judgment or anything that isn't actually allowing you to be totally present with you, with your body, with what's happening. So it was interesting, during the master class, questions about lockdown, and I was like, should I change the date again? Like, what can be created? And then just wait for it. All of these amazing awarenesses about where I was still locking myself out and the places where I could continue to grow and expand, and the contribution that to the upcoming series. So I'm really, really happy and grateful and excited, and a lot has been shifting and changing. See?
Nice. So when you were talking about vulnerability just then, something that kind of just came up for me was that, it's God, it's such a, I'm going to say the word, it's such a difficult space to really truly be vulnerable with yourself, like to be that open wound and that honesty and have that openness with yourself. And it can be quite a scary place to go to, because it's like everything's going to you just know everything's going to, shift and change. And I know that there's a lot of places there for me that I won't go there, because I do know
Yet.
things have changed. Yet.
Yet.
Yes. Yes.
I love what you're saying. So yes, what's interesting is that Dane kept using the words vulnerability, courage at the same time. You have to have the courage, right? Which is part of what you're touching on. Like there's this little bit of trepidation and fear to really go into that space, be the open wound, totally have a barrier against you, right? It does take a lot of courage. But the thing about change that we're not necessarily taught in this reality, but I know because of my journey with access consciousness and my journey in general, that every time you change, it opens the doors to more. When you use the tools and you apply the tools to that change and you keep asking what else is possible, you keep asking who does this belong to, you keep, okay, interesting point of view, I had that point of view, interesting point of view, they have that point of view. When you apply the tools to the change, so much received from the universe, so much more can from you to you, so much more can be received from the people around you. So yeah, it does take a whole heap of courage, but I know that if you are watching Hangout and you're even thinking it's coming up, and I know you have the courage because you're already looking at it. You're like, oh, lockdown, yeah, what it sounds, you're already looking at it. So take that next step into more of you and more of what you came here to create. And let's see what magic can show up. What miracles can you create? That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. So let's do it. Let's create it. Let's have it. Let's be it. Oh, and to be honest, I have a vulnerable moment myself. I'm not exactly like at 150 million %. My lover and I looked at what we were creating, and we looked at what we were going to create, and chose to, go our separate ways for now. Not separate, just in different directions for now. And so it hasn't been exactly the super easiest. It hasn't been the most comfortable time for me. And yet I'm applying the tools that I've learned. I'm continuing to ask questions. I'm being in this space of gratitude. And what else is possible that I haven't imagined? Now, I could have gone into like the deep, deep depression, sadness that we're kind of used to going into after a breakup. I have my moments of sadness and letting go, but at the same time, continuing to have the courage to like, okay, this is where I'm at right now. This moment does not have to exclude ease, joy, and glory. This moment does not have to exclude gratitude. It does not have to exclude happiness. And then all of a sudden, all of these other possibilities are shown that not had I not chosen to, go our separate ways for now. So one of the greatest tools is what else is possible and how does it get better than this? And I took the time to take care of my body and be present with myself and be present with everything, being totally vulnerable to everything, not trying to shut off, like an amicable thing, or, I should really just be happy. No, there is space all of it. You be present with everything. You can move through the changes easier, faster, with more softness for you. And then what else can you create? Now what? Now what else is possible?
I think when you were talking there, I think there's this sense of, I have to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Consciousness is perfect kind of thing. And, it's not, it's kind of like, if something doesn't quite go to plan, I'm going to judge myself for it. So it's like this, ping-ponging effect from, okay, everything's going great. Something doesn't quite go to plan. I judge myself for it. Then you find you keep going backwards and forwards. And towards the end there, you talked about this ease and this flow with your body. So what's a great tool people can use out there just to start that for them to stop that erraticness and to get more ease and flow?
Yeah. So a couple of things that you said, like when things don't go according to plan, right? So all of those decisions that we've made, all of those decisions, judgments, conclusions, computations that we've made about the way it's supposed to go, right? And then when it doesn't go that way, you said it perfectly, then I start judging myself. And it is that judgment creates lockdown in your body, right? So I had a moment of that. I was like, oh, all the things I didn't do right away. And I was like, wait a minute. No, right? So you have to like get some control over your self-judgment thoughts. And so you say, you know what? No, I'm not going there. What's right about this, I'm not getting. Okay, interesting point of view. I have that point of view. Interesting point of view. Everyone around me has that point of view. And just know the universe has your back. Ask questions. Universe, show me something beautiful today. Universe, show me the miracle of me. Not going down the rabbit hole, which is designed to literally stop from creating and from having all of you, right? It is a choice to go down that rabbit hole. And you can hear yourself going in there and say, no, I'm not going to choose that right now. Being present with everything, but not like not being the effect of it, not being the effect of it. Okay, this is here, okay, everything, I'm aware. You stay really aggressively present with yourself. You choose aggressive kindness for you, caring for you, and what else is possible? What can I create now? Okay, that was I had this plan. It's not showing up the way I would. It never does. But if you know, right? If you know that the universe has your back, if you know that you have your back, if you are fully committed 100% to you and to life, you will always create great, even if it doesn't
Got it.
the way you want it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. 30 tools in like 10 seconds.
Yeah. I love it. So, if you were to look at this class and, for the people watching out there, who would this class be for?
Awesome question. This class is for you. The awareness. If you know that there is something more out there for you, but you can't quite get it. It's like then you're like, this class for you, if you're not having the communion with your body that you know is possible. This class is for you if you desire for your body to contribute to the creation of your life, but you're not quite sure what that is or what that looks like. Or maybe you do know, and yet there's another level that you're aware of. You have a lot of this work and you're pretty, income free, but something, right? Whatever that thing is, let's get rid of it. Let's blast it out of this reality so that we can all really step into the magic, glory, magnificent, amazing, infinite being that you really be. What else is possible? with your body, with your being. Where have you locked yourself up? Where have you locked up your being with your points of view and judgments? Where have you locked up your body? Where are you taking on those projections and expectations, creating your life based on that, rather than the you that you know is possible? And with everything talking about, I did a series, I mentioned it earlier. I did a series earlier this year called The Essence of You. And Zai, if you want to talk a little bit about that, that would be awesome if you want it. And we looked at the elements of intimacy with yourself. We looked at what is sexualness and how can that energy contribute to your life and being willing to be that energy. We looked at what it looks like to be and have all of you and to create in that space. And I some other things. We did some amazing home practices. And I was looking at the energy of getting out of lockdown and what it wanted to be. It actually demanded that that be a part of it. So for everyone that registers for getting out of lockdown, I'm going to be gifting these. It's valued, I think at $397 is what I have it in the shop now. So you get the Essence of You series, and then you get to begin the journey of getting out of lockdown with me very soon. So I'm really excited to actually add that to this particular call, because it's just going to open up a whole other space. We can sort of all start on this one place of having the elements of intimacy and asking all of those questions, and then go beyond that to really just expand.
That's amazing. I mean, the Essence of You series was just phenomenal, really. You know, the telecalls combined with the home play videos. It was the questions. It was, I know for me, there were some things in there where it was a bit stop-start to begin with, but then I really got into it, and I started to sense and become aware of the changes in my body. You know, some of the home plays, I kind of went, oh, that's interesting. I haven't thought of that before. And it was just awesome to get a different perspective on where I thought my body was and where my body actually was. So that's an awesome gift there. And if you would like to book in for to register for getting out of lockdown, you can go to www.pattyalfonso.sexy/events/getting out of lockdown. There's also a Facebook page if you guys have any questions or queries or would like to know any details of the class or get in contact with Patty. That's also up there on Facebook as an event. Any last words,
and
Patty?
I see you have a question. Aradata, I'm sorry if I'm saying that. So she says, something has popped into my world to do this thing. It may cost 5 to 6 most expensive. So everything that is, we destroy and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, out, online, shorts, and beyond. To create this for myself, I would be required to step right out of my limitations. How does it get better? What tools have you used in time these? For me, I ask, if money isn't the issue, what would I choose? And what will my life be like in 5 years if I choose this? What will my life be like in 5 years if I don't choose this? One of the greatest tools in Access Consciousness, or the greatest like little phrases, is money. Right? So if this trip is going to be a contribution to your being, to your body, if it's going to create more joy and peace and ease for you, would you be willing to trust and to demand from the universe to show you the how? And allow that, would you destroy it and create it? Right, on good and bad, pot, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. The how is not up to us. We just have to make the demand and say, I'm doing this. If it's light and a contribution, and then allow the universe to gift you with the possibilities of how to make it happen or how to make it work. I think I get lots of tools that I'd love to hear how it works out and what shows up after you use those, apply those, and we'll see what happens.
How cool.
So we're coming to the end here. I think we talked about a lot, so several times. Getting Out of Lockdown, the series coming up very shortly. If you register in the next 24 hours, you will receive the Since You Call series as well. If you want to know a little bit more about me, you can go to Patty Alfonso Sexy and check out some of the things that I've done. I've got some free video series on there as well. Wow, thank you. Thank you, Zah, for creating this hangout with me, and thank you for everyone watching. And do you have any last minute words?
No last minute words, just that I'm so excited for this topic, you know, more than anything. My body's really happy. My being not so much. It's like
Well, what would it take for this series to change that?
Exactly.
And how does it get better than this? I'm super excited to get this going, and I have so many things coming up in the pipeline. So go to pattyaLfonso.sexy and check it out. Alrighty, awesome. I'm all done. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us. I will see you somewhere around the globe.